Merry Christmas.
Yay! No idea why that didn't have a custom sound, but yay! Merry Crimbo! How you doing? Hi! Yay! 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 Hey! Hey! Yay! Wow, what a fucking couple of days this has been. You got shirts. Good shirts. I got sandwiches. I ate a whole lot of sandwiches. I don't know how to say what type of sandwiches in English. I'm just gonna Google it, so... God, this was fucking tasty. Oh, beef tenderloin. Okay, not beef, it was pork tenderloin. Tenderloin sandwiches. I ate a whole bunch of tenderloin sandwiches for Christmas. It was good. It was a good Christmas. I mostly just spent it with family over at my grandma's house. Had a nice time. It was way too fucking hot, but what can you do? It was hot everywhere in the country. Ate good sandwiches, found some good flowers that had... I don't remember how to actually call them in English. Madre Selva. Jungle mothers would be the rough translation. They are... beautiful smell. And my mother, when she was younger, and her friends as well, used to, like, pull some of the... not the stems, the little stringy things that sometimes come out of flowers. One of them, if you were lucky, had one single sweet drop of dew. So you stick it on your mouth, and suck it, and you get one sweet, sweet drop. It was delightful. The taste, remains in your palate for a while. I don't know, cute things, cool things. I also found a box full of old bullets. Because my grandpa used to work at the police. It was mostly a desk job. The box also contained a lot of memorabilia from parachuting club. My grandfather used to be in a parachuting club. My father also was in the parachuting club. It was a lot of freaking stickers for different tournaments of different, well, parachuting tournaments. That was neat. I don't know, it was a good time. I also spent like a solid amount of time reading about the last military dictatorship in Argentina. That shit was fucking messy. And I spent a whole lot of... Jesus Christ, a whole lot of time writing about my OCs. All in all, fucking productive. Game should have already been loaded in OBS. What is up? There you are, Jesus. Orchestra! Was I couldn't do it yesterday. Yee. New stuff, for example. Stu Specimens has been working on the works for a bit. And there's a whole fucking bunch of fucking enemies and shit. It is out! You were not, you did not know about it because you're not on the server, but that's also understandable, because, Jesus. Yee. Currently, God, the wiki has so much information on it. Yeah, no, Stu has been slowly, one, working on it, and two, working on its wiki page. Because, good lordy lord, there's a lot already. All the fools don't seem to be there yet. I mean, like in the character select Window only. There you are. Ikori shows up. While the wiki page says there's 10 billion others. Well, we'll see. Contacted at some point about crossover encounters. I did notice in the Steam page that there's also other crossover encounters with other mods. That's why I still have a bunch enabled. Did know that Glitches Freaks and Enemy Pack has some. I don't know about all the rest. We will investigate about all the rest. Also, Box of Beasts is enabled somewhere. I don't know why it doesn't show up here. Also, yes, the tenants have escaped, but the sheriff was left behind because it was getting messy. Let's be honest. That was way too much. Meow 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 meow. Me me me. Da 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 da. Beep beep beep. Ba ba ba. None of us have icons, and the exodus of tenants was very reasonable. Thank you very much. A blue pigment use and damage dealer. Sure, why not? And for assistance, what about someone from Sophantheo's Fools? Got an update on stuff, including Christmas hats for everybody. It's Christmas. Woohoo! For Christmas. I don't know who this fella is, or why their passive is hot chip. No damage to the left eye by 4 damage. Turns up with bone spurs. 4 damage per shield of left eye at 2 ounces. Meow 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 meow. Do you do? Rubber do meow do. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Sure. Let's try this. I don't know how effective this is gonna be. Probably not that much, but me. Merry Christmas. Krampus came here earlier. With a fucking magic 10 coins. He's loading. He's loading. Give it a minute. Give it another minute. Give it like 7 minutes? Wow. There we are. Alright, good to see that the hat sprites does in fact rotate. Very important. Yes, and apply a bunch of weak. Weak is from... It's a status effect originally from Into the Abyss, if I remember correctly. Most of your Christmas was spent making dinner for the people I live with and doing scary rewiring of core game systems. Hopefully it wasn't too scary. Are you too scared? Do not be too scared, for scary things cannot properly hurt you. Probably, hopefully. actually went shockingly well, and that is scarier. How so? I wouldn't imagine something like that being the scarier part. Shouldn't be able to rewrite the core system responsible for making everything do everything without at least one bug pop him up. And if there hasn't been a bug, maybe it just hasn't shown up yet. Ah, it's the fear of something might happen in the future, I just don't know what. Yeah, that is kind of understandably scary. Very scary. And you really don't want to show up and where I want you to go, huh? Rude. You dealt less damage from Violent because of, your weakness, right? Ah, idiot. They have, like, little plastic toy noises, I swear. Yay! There. Reflective Platter. This party member will be put in limbo after death until the end of your turn. If this party member manages to kill an enemy or ally at that point, they will be brought back to life. In limbo after death until the end of your turn. If this party member manages to kill an enemy or ally at that point, they will be brought back to life. So if they somehow die, they have to kill something to not die. I think that's what that means. I hope that's what that means, or else I'm completely misunderstanding things. Move all enemies towards this party member, apply 3 weak to the left and right. Apply an amount of scars to the opposing enemy equal to their weak and remove all weak. 8 damage, plus 1 for each weak they have. If this kills, apply 2 weak to all enemies. Noak is Noak. 3 random, 4 shield, 1 fire to the left and right. Person opposing, 4 indirect to the left and right, 2 pigment. You cannot see it, but I was just completely fucking expressing everything with arms and hand movements. That's just what happens when I get excited. The killing something when you're about to die, that's a game mechanic somewhere. What's it called? I can't remember. So... Wait, does this mean I applied 0 scars? Am I getting that right? That's kind of odd. There's usually a number there, right? So why is there not a number there now? Weird. Oh, right, transfusion. Oh, the very least we have this. Just shield, goal, hold. Damage plus the amount of weak. Okay, right. Just trying to familiarize myself with this. You're not gonna actually stay in the fire, you're gonna dance the fandango away. Nope, you're stupid again. Yeah, that does not help. Wow, I need a healer. Like, sooner rather than later, please. Or actual good pigment. That also works. Yay! Spawn as many silver suckles as possible to start a combat. I mean, it's an easy way of getting focus and Noak. What other uses could there be, though? There definitely is more uses to that. Just gotta earn them. I can effectively deal with them this way. With Somniums hitting left and right. Regardless of whether it's direct or indirect, it's decreased by the amount of weakness. Weakness decreases by 1 at the end of each turn. So... can it lower damage to 0, I wonder? Also... Reflective Platter could, in theory, work with... oh, there they go. Silver Suckles. No, they still dealt 1 damage, even though Weakness said no. Said it wouldn't do that. Maybe there's a minimum of 1 it can reduce the damage to? Yeah, that did reduce it by 3 points. Mm-hmm. Good. Are there any stew specimens in the Oasis? Not that the wiki can say, so... Blah blah blah. No thanks. Oh, Fingerman. Question here is, who do I kill? Ikori's health is constantly... Right, that's not gonna work then. Diminishing, and it is getting kinda scary. I think this position is fine. Never mind. My money. Well, the Civil Suckers can also have a good effect on vibrating blade, so that's something to hope for, at the very least. Oh! $3. Which one the— oh god, why do you have to be the one that does it first? How can you not produce a fucking second blue pigment? Thank you. Woof. No. No, no, no. You're gonna move over to this position. How many... you have 2 weaknesses. No, you're definitely gonna kill Somnium. Can't let that happen. Maybe this starting combination was not that good of an idea, huh? I did the exact same thing that was gonna cause me problems. Let's not do that then. Unequip the shackles. I can work with this. If it's constricted to the farthest enemy, means you. You will move into this position. You will be in the second position. You will constrict the furthest enemy, meaning the Mudlong again, and either move to the left or right. These two positions are completely safe. Noak will take 5 damage, but what else can we do? Apply 3 shield? Jesus, that's so little. You're gonna do the same bullshit. You are... Also, you're probably gonna die from the fire. You're gonna deal 5 damage. AKA 3 damage. Because of the weakness. You're dead. You're weak. I win. You suck. Can I please find a healer soon? Wow, great job. A healer could not come any sooner. Sooner, please. Thank you. Die. Alright, the item shop. Give me... DDT, I guess. At the end of each turn, lowers the status effect on this party member by 1 upon taking direct damage, 50% chance to destroy this item and produce 10 coins. So it's more like 3 coins, but then not kind of... whatever. Stone of Choronson. Goodbye, goodbye. At the start of combat, apply Curse and Bone Spurs to this party member. 10 of them, by the way. Accordio. I defy you, stars. On combat start, intend to summon an unnamed musician as an additional party member. Frankly, why not? And 15 Pale to a random enemy on combat start. Damage dealt by this party member to enemies with Pale spreads indirectly to the left and right. Not that bad of an idea, actually. Up there's tools! is sculptor's tools. But also... a musician. There are good odds that this musician will provide us with healing. Undelivered speech. In event of moon disaster. A self-sacrificing move that protects the rest of the team. Actually, now that I think about it, Sculptor's Tools would not be a bad idea, considering we have a... What's your name again? Somnum. Somnum producing... well, pigment everywhere we go. Not that bad of an idea. That way we can sort of alleviate some of the amount of pigment we're getting. Either of these encounters, provide me confidence. Venus. Okay, Okay. Event not found exception. Event not found. Event hard spog music. Stack trace. Yabba-dee-doo-da. Salt enemy seasons. General. Salt enemy starter. No effective facilities. Manager. Okay, I guess, and jump scare. Another song could not be found here. This happened before, didn't it? Maybe there's a different track that is having troubles if Into the Abyss is not enabled. Yeah, one of Millie's harder pigment enemy tracks again, the Spoggle one. Would you let Millie know? I could fix things. Whoops. Wah. It was a... It was a... I think it was a normal, fish type enemy. I don't quite remember which one. Individual fish in the body, then there was an urchin from Glitches Freaks, and then a combined Spoggle of, I think, the purple and the red. Also, hi Rila, we're, but we're just restarting this fight. Would this work? No, this is... Super does not work. Okay. Gosh, get me out of here. How have you been doing, Relo, by the way? Gotta ask? Hmm. Alright, Wania, why not? Oh, hello, Accordio. Thank you, Accordio. Oh, second and left and right, heal up party members are always like 3 health. Heal this and left right battle and yes, please. That's gonna cost the I not to be able to come back. Hello, Accordio? Question mark? Lowest health party members, except this one, 5 health. Party member will flee at the end of the turn. Apply a shield to the highest health party members. This party member will flee. Apply damage to the opposing enemy that spreads without fall off. This party member will flee at the end of this turn. In that case, let me just do this. Let you do that. Alright, that was... Oh, well, never mind. That's beautiful. Thank you, Accordio. And end. How are you doing, by the way, before I forget to ask? Very important question. Ah, yes. This fucker. What's your damage threshold? 12. Okay. Doing alright. Just a bit tired and listening to an audiobook, but playing Terraria. Yay! Hopefully the holidays have been treating you well. You're under 12 health. You will spawn some other freaks. That is not good. Unless I kill you now? Or you leave. Man, my money. Man, my money. I did not mean to do that. I'll be fine. That thing dies because it's stupid. Just a coughing baby. It blows up. Owie. And these things are just gonna be draining my money. Ooh. Oh. How much? Between 1 and 3. Okay, okay, I can see that move. And then everyone else is dead. Runzo! The bozo. $3. Maybe I have too many enemy mods enabled, that way it's why we haven't seen much of Stoos. Stoos. I don't know how much of a good idea making him gray is. Probably not that much. The book has you wondering something. Wander away, then. What wonderful things has the wondering world made you ponder and wonder? Yeah, let's say that's a sentence. So ponderously pondering, wondering. First, is that brick with Santa clothings and a weird bug creature? This is Somnium! Somnium is like one of the spoggles? You know, the ones... The purple spoggles that have a... Wait, do the purple spoggles have the weird diamond in their head? Yes, the purple spoggles have the funny diamond in their head. But... alive! And also is wearing a Santa hat and a beard because it's Christmas. And this is... not exactly a bug. I'm pretty sure this one's a type of siren. I'd have to check the wiki. But kind of close enough. Bark, 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 bark. Meow. Oh, Jesus, that was loud. Hmm. Well, let's hope you don't move to the Thank you, you moved in the wrong direction. How much weak do you have? You have 2. You will deal 8 plus 2, 10 damage. 25 rating sword, go. Well, now I'm kinda curious. Echory, or Echory, the pie sign. Pie sign. Fish-like. Echory is a lesbian, originates from the same world as Faye, can animate machinery with her voice. She has not yet created a suitable automaton since arriving in Purgatory. While alive, Echory walked on mechanical legs. Echory despises other Sealass, and her weaponry is specifically designed to counter and hunt them, preferring, albeit fearing, the company of humans. Sealass, spelled S-C-Y-L-L-A-S. Sealass are also an enemy that can be found on the far shore. Burrow through the far shore sands to follow their prey. Despite classical interpretations, their songs are primarily a defensive mechanism to make hunters less willing to attack. Sealass were originally going to be named Sirens, but were renamed to not cause confusion between them and the Siren. Sealass are attracted to the blight houses as they remind them of human settlements. Sealass are orchestrified equivalent of similar enemies from one of Stu's otherworld planning projects. Wow, alright, so yeah, kind of Siren-like. I definitely have way too many, Ooh. I definitely have way too many other mods enabled. Piss off. David! His intentions unknowable. At the end of the turn, this party member is indirectly healed by the amount of pigment left in the pigment generator. My question is, does your country target those who are coming out of school or failed with a low GPA, or who didn't do well in school? For the country military. Huh. I'm very deep in thought, trying to remember. I can't say they have. I don't recall ever seeing anything like that. Of the military trying to recruit anybody. Have I even seen... I don't... I very, very rarely see anything about the military, frankly. I'll get David. His intentions truly are unknowable. 50% more damage on any party member manually moving, move left or right. It's not actually a gun, it's just a rock. Stalking lens, but this party member ignores shield. On taking any damage, destroy the assignment and produce 2 copies of it. That sounds kinda funny. On taking any damage, fully heal this party member and instantly flee. This item is not destroyed, interestingly enough. Also, fuck off! Lets you run away, run away. Inflict a rupture on the opposing enemy on taking any damage. These are all very nice items. Okay, that one's a new one. Wow. Okay, probably Ah, but I don't have any... Oh, God. Okay, just in case. I am very much scared about that weird thing. Purple and yellow. Okay, I can deal with that. That either sounded like a crowd clapping or rocks and debris falling. By fleeting to the opposing party member. No thanks. Okay, that was an interesting noise. Clap, clap. Man. Bias, migraine, primal fear. And yours is unmask. If this enemy has a spotlight, remove it and fully heal this enemy. Otherwise, apply spotlight to this enemy. Deal a painful amount of damage to the left and right party member. I wear no mask. Asking because we were following a character, and he reminds me of someone from our military, since they usually heavily target schools and try recruiting people who have high likelihood of struggling after school or likely doesn't have much of an aim as a way to get people, and oftentimes it's usually the students who failed school, have low grades GPA when graduating, or oftentimes children of immigrants. When you say someone from our military, you mean a regular military man, right? I kind of made it sound like you know someone from the military. I'm probably incorrect on that. Scars, 0. Wow. Give me literally any usable pigment, please. You do know people from... Okay, so you were kind of an orchestra-like enemy. Okay. You do know people from the military, kinda hard not to, but I was also talking in general. Okay. Move this enemy to the left or right, painful amount of damage, yada yada. I am not getting any luck with the random pigments here. I probably have enough damage here to kill you now instead of having you fully heal. There was a good chance I would have joined as well, specifically the Air Force. Really? How so? Oh, Jesus, don't scream at me like that. Or more specifically, why... specifically the Air Force. Who the flying fuck are you? Jesus, we're just facing every weird enemy, aren't we? Reduce all enemies max health. All enemies and party members max health by 10%. That's not that bad of an idea, honestly. Okay, thank you very much, cool. Well, this is getting kind of scary, isn't it? Weakness. Very important to apply. You're gonna be annoying, you're also skittish. You're... Alright, miraculously, I did not take any damage there. Kill that. Apply more weakness. The Air Force is one of the better branches, and since I got good scores on the ASVAB, something you can take in school which grades your aptitude to best judge which branch you best align, they wanted me to join, and also the military gives good benefits for joining and staying for a few years, and such as free college, decent pay, college scholarship, etc. Tests, the aptitude tests for joining the military were also something we most definitely did not have. Like, with all those benefits, they sort of make it sound like it's worth it. It's probably not actually worth it, isn't it? Man, that sound effect is loud as hell. How much weakness do you have? 2, that's enough to kill. Wow, you're super weak! Decreases by 1 at the end of each turn, but still. Wow. Would you have joined, and why did you not join? Asking because this is all information I do not know anything about, and it's, frankly, kind of making me curious. Like, I know the US is... I was gonna say was, but frankly, it still is very military-centric. I knew that recruitment where people were trying to recruit people out of high school and stuff, but I don't know, this type of information is interesting to actually fully learn about. Also, don't forget to take your medications, like me. Not a bad deal, especially if you're poor or just aren't the smartest. But it very much is a grueling job since all the different branches require some physicality. You need to be fit, so they will train you to be to the bone. And if you do get deployed to fight in some way, you will be doing dangerous stuff. Goes without saying. Per amount of 3 weak to the left and right enemy, per amount of scars to the opposing enemy equal to their weak, and remove all weak. And damage. +2 for each weak they have. Skills apply 3 weak to all enemies, that is massive. Noak is Noak. 3 random, 5 shield, 1 fire to left and right, and 2 fire to opposing is nothing to scoff at. Curse on the opposing, direct damage to the left and right, 2 pigments to each unit's color. 1 of 3 to the left and right allies. Heal all allies that are oil slick and all party members that are opposing an enemy that is oil slicked for health. Okay, I should have really read that more. Heal this and the left, this and the left and right allies by the total amount of oil slick in all units. And also makes it so you take in 2 blues. Just in case we're overwhelmed with blues because Ikari already uses blue. Blue. Let's grab a radioactive egg. And hope for the best. Hagwitch. Very appropriate. Attempt to consume 5 pigment. If successful, turn this enemy's health green. If this enemy's health is already green, turn the left and right enemy's health green. Wow. You suck ass. I hate you. Anything else? Slippery and absorb. Okay, that's not too bad then. Oh wait, I have Sculptor's Tool. This couldn't very easily negate your shenanigans. Didn't do it because when I graduated, the president got elected, the Orange Man, and I had a feeling it wouldn't be good. Also, I just didn't. 2 perfectly understandable reasons. Agonizing amount of damage to the left party member and left enemy or right... Agonizing amount of damage to the left party member and left enemy, or the right party member and right enemy. There's... You could randomly choose, you fucking hagwitch. Okay. Aren't you a damn delight? What was the other question I asked? Good question, I don't remember now. Wow. Christ, I really don't remember. Hello, Herbert. Hello, Herbert and Herbert and Herbert. Don't know what you are and you scare me. Wait a minute. Charybdis, you are a type of siren that has been infected with the On God, aren't you? I bet that's what you are. Oh, this ability also creates pigmentation, I see. Was something related to the army and schools. I think I was mostly just interested in learning about that because I didn't or still really don't know much about the topic. On how prominent the US military is on attempting to... Ow! What the... Huh? I'm getting super distracted by what's currently happening. I was aware of how much the army tries and targets people coming out of high school and schools in general. I didn't know, like, many more details. Like, for example, I was not aware that they had held a freaking test to see where one would fit in which branches they would fit better. That's not something I knew about. Move all party members toward this enemy and appy. That's a typo. 3 weak to the far left and far right party members. If they are already weak, instead apply 2 misery. You don't have to take a test, you just can if you want. Okay, at least it's not mandatory. Good to know. Turn a random party member with misery into a fish, then remove misery from all of the remaining party members. Okay, if nobody has weakness, then nobody gets turned into a fish. Still don't understand what you mean by being turned into a fish, and frankly, it scares me. Like, Ikori counted as a fish. I'm guessing monks can also count as fish? Oh my god, that's why somebody put 6 from April's Day at Fools as a fish. Any party member that could be considered a fish is for this ability to target them as a fish. That, and also you're gonna turn them into a fish somehow? Little Oro also uses that. Oh yeah! But wasn't expecting that list, that Little Oro's list to also target party members. This is... This unit type can just be put on any full or enemy unit type list. Huh. Weird. And funny. that the thing's what they made is fish. It's fish! Yay! Thankfully, you are weak as shit. But that didn't do jack shit to me. What else does the military do to try and recruit people from the schools? Tests. Weird fucking thing to do, but yes, that's one thing. Anything else? Never found the dirtiest block once. The Terraria dirtiest block, what I am assuming you mean. Oh wow, yay, that was more than enough. Hooray! Is a dirtiest block guaranteed to spawn in Terraria? If so, it's just a matter of digging every single fucking block in the fucking world. Hello Sasha, hello Warsaw, hello Salin. Seven damage to the left and right enemy. There's an enemy to deal damage to. 3 randomly with dance and random number. 9 damage to the opposing enemy. This party member is able to manually move, access their movement, and refresh their ability. I will admit, getting Warsaw is kind of tempting, but also... with what I'm currently running... I don't feel the necessity, the need to do so. I think I'm gonna pass. This party member does not yada yada yada. I never do that. I don't care about the procrastination thing. That's a giant heart. Depending on the size of the world, and I think it's 5 on the large world, and 2 on small, but it's one of the literal millions of dirt blocks. It's just gonna take you like a couple of weeks. I remember recruiters at my school just being very normalized. They show up and just kind of be around. Make it as accessible as possible. They're just hanging out. Seeing if anybody wants to ask them a question. They wouldn't, like, try and start a conversation. Probably should have upgraded Noak. This thing's spooky. This is... I don't remember managed to kill an... Oh, right, at the end of the turn. Do I want this thing? I don't know if currently. Frankly, do I need a Cordio in this situation? Not particularly. They occasionally do posters, oftentimes they come during job fairs, etc. Always kinda present there. Taking any damage will heal his party member and instantly flee. Who is it, that grave? Yeah, no, I think I'm good with this. Not the kind of person that I really reach out to. Very scrawny and look hippie-ish. I think they started conversations with people. You remember them at job fairs alongside everything else. You look like a damn dirty hippie. They did not want you. Do you always have 6 different abilities? Wow. probably should have hit the heart instead, seeing as it's gonna kill this thing. Telling you they did not care their standards was anything living and not physically disabled. Sometimes they even go for people physically disabled at times. Literally anything. Literally anyone. They would have accepted you if you looked like a fucking hippie. They probably were trying to target somebody that might actually respond. Like, they were profiling you, saying, yeah, no, this guy is definitely not gonna join. Wow, 2 damage. You're killing the other guy again, aren't you? Wow. Weirdo. Two, 10 and 2 per thing. Meaning you will die, but I kinda wanna try and start killing this thing instead. Came from a very rural area with a lot of stereotypical rural area types. The guys loved the military. Love the Merlin-tary? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Thank you for the blue. I don't want you becoming a problem, so die. Anything else? You're just gonna do that, and you are gonna do a mystery move. Ooh. Dang. What a mystery. That's beautiful. Deal a billion damage. How many scars do you have? None. Right. That's how that sometimes happens. Do that and literally nobody gets anything from it. come from an area predominantly filled with minority groups and immigrants such as African American, Hispanics, Asians, etc., which they heavily target, so they go for literally everyone. I mean, anyone. There is kind of a difference between everyone and anyone. Right, there is kind of a... kind of. The funny egg is definitely gonna be a good idea. I don't know about the civil circle. Still for the thing. Not going for this thing yet. Let's see what happens. The birds. A whopping 12 damage less I have to deal. Oh. Okay, so I didn't actually apply any weakness to you, but I applied weakness, then removed it, then applied scars. Uh-huh. Okay. Sure. If a central opposing party member has obviously consumed them whole. Okay, Wanya is really not in her element here, huh? What if I just do this? What if I did it here, for example? You would move in this direction, probably. Ah. You need to read the fucking things. Or else you die. I'm just gonna not bring in Wanya. That's just a bad idea. Should I get someone else David, though? Do I really need a Cordio in this one? Probably not. Unstable. Sure. What happens if I do that? Okay, that's interesting. Why is Noek so gummy-like? Good question. I have a mod that resprites all base game fools. With a completely different art style. I just think it looks neat. It only applies to the main game fools, that's why everybody else doesn't look like it. Ah, skittish. How funny. Okay, that's how I apply a maximum amount of scars. Fun. But also, that's a lot of damage I might potentially take, so... I'd rather potentially not take that amount of damage. If at all possible. Alright, 8 damage, that's not too bad. Yay! Where do you want to go? I don't know. So Vanthiel's fools have unlocks for... well, Osman, Heaven, March, and the Dula Blanguda. What about... these funny fellas? Also have unlocks for Osman, Heaven, Dula, and March. And also Nobody. Nobody. And also an upcoming final boss named The Tower. I don't know where whom's the tower is from. Somewhere. Rare. But also, hey, what's Reggie? Reggie's? Oh, Reggie's is the tower. Yeah, this very mod's up and coming new final boss. Okay. Open the door, get on the floor, everybody do the rampant self-loathing. Yay. Oh right, where am I going? Literally anywhere besides heaven. Well, I guess I could just save myself the 20 coins. Hope. Who are you? That's a nice pumpkin. Till the soil, beat the ground. The man is working the floor with his hoe as if it were dirt. Are you alright? Working myself to the bone. You're already bone. He lets out a raspy chuckle. Ah, fun. You know that won't work. How do you think all of this came about? Just needed a little fertilizer. His bony hands pry open his ribcage, torn inwards, spilling out. What the... oh, he's crazy. Got it. He'll fit right in. Except, haven't felt right since I pried out my heart. Do you have a spare? That's alright. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, cool. Now we have to find a fucking heart for this guy. Rose! That's... either the Statue of Liberty or... a Medusa victim. All overflow damage redirected to this party member. Oh, good, this thing. I hate this thing. It scares me. Let's go to this thing that doesn't scare me as much. And bring in Accordia, why not? Wow, that's a lot of pearls, I just noticed. I think this is fine. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. Wow. Easiest fight in my fucking life. Let's heal people up. Why not? That's not the move you want to do here. Silly me. And kill. No, I couldn't probably... no, yeah, I definitely could have kept healing. Ah, whatever. Funny Beardman. Funny Beardman. Let's get a load of the Funny Beardman. Why is Merced here? Okay, I guess the Funny Beard... I guess Stu Specimen also has... compatibility... encounters with, Salt Enemies TM. Cool. Scary. More fire, more indirect damage. Why the fuck not? Knock, your damage is still lacking. I really need you to be at least at level 3. You can see your sins. Whee! Whee! Alright, this is some funny music. Aloof envoy. Is slippery, is skittish, is enfeebled. Raise all enemies slippery and skittish by 1. Apply skittish to this enemy if it doesn't have any, and give this enemy skates as a passive, and give all other enemies this ability. Whee! Funnel helmet. Apply fiery shield to this. I fucking love the fact that there's like custom little status effect icons with the funnel helmet, the skates. It's so silly. 5 shield to this enemy if it has none, and give all other enemies this ability. Interesting. Apply skittish to this enemy if it doesn't have any, and give this enemy skates as a passive, and give all other enemies this ability. Speedy delivery, and give the opposing party member a gift. If this fails, applying 1 mystery to this enemy. It goes, no, wah. It goes, so sad, oh so sad. Little bit of damage to the and apply focus to the opposing party member. Damage yourself and the supporting experiment survives. Force the opposing party member to use this ability on their left and right allies, which can potentially cascade infinitely. So I see no reason not to do this. I think she said something. I couldn't really catch it. Ah. Keep the lowest health party members. Does not keep in mind party members that have full health. Well, I see no reason not to keep these fellas alive for a bit until they give me a gift. Yay! Skittish, skittish. Just in case. Gave me 2 scars. I don't know what the gift was, or if do I receive an item at the end of this the combat. Let's just see. Why not? Never got why people hated fishing in Terraria. I don't quite remember a lot of it, but from what I do remember, it was not that bad, right? It's... I should probably try and get a reminder of how it actually worked. You just sit there. You just sit there and fish a bitch. A bitch? A bunch. Wow. A bitch ton a bunch. No, I didn't get anything else. I guess I don't fully understand the gift. Remember hating it cause I only did it for the 200 quest achievement after having already done everything else. The repetition, I suppose, is the annoying part of trying to get the stuff you need from the fisher. And just not getting it. Thankfully, the shimmer now exists, which kind of, alleviates that to some sense. Just waiting for the fishing quest to refill and then doing it instantly. If I spread that across a whole playthrough, it probably would have been fine. That too. I guess it's an achievement meant to be gotten in the long run. On multiple, different runs. You can do it in multiple different runs, right? It doesn't have to be in one... in only one run? In only one... world? Character? Etc. Right? Exactly the one I did not want to see. Okay, It's only in one world. Wow! Wow! Oh. You know who I haven't fought in a while? March. Let's go kill that thing instead. Change zone boss, because we can do this now. We have the technology. Successfully swapped this zone's boss to March boss. Oh, would you look at that? It's March. Just naturally did the fishing quest as I progressed through the game, and most of my runs last ages, so I naturally do 200 for a fair amount of playthroughs I do. There was also the technique you could do that's fish that day's quest fish, drop it on the ground. I think you had to drop it. Fish another one, drop it again. 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 And fill an entire chest full of them. That way you didn't have to wait to fish for a new quest fish. Fish, 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 fish. Wow, I'm saying fish a bunch. Fish, 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 fish. Fisher prize. What a surprise. Well, if it isn't Coronation Day. And Deirdre. That could be troublesome. Unless... At least it's not core keeper fishing. I am not aware of core keeper fishing. What's core keeper fishing like? Inspiration on the opposing party member. If the opposing party member shares this enemy's health color, deal a painful amount of damage to the opposing party member. That's gonna cause you to gain inspiration again. In it. At the end of the player's turn, re-roll all of this enemy's abilities. Ah, so we can never truly know what the fuck you're gonna do. On receiving direct damage, randomize the health colors of all party members and enemies. That's kinda fun. Upon death, turn tend to change at the other duty. You are also skittish. We talked about it before and it's a long explanation, so I can just show you a quick video. Yes, please. I might even remember it halfway through. Yay! God, I'd rather fight the fucking Medusa victim than the stupid birds. But do I now? Yes, yes I do. This shouldn't be too hard. Fishing pattern gem crab. I mean, that kind of seems familiar. This doesn't seem all that bad. Bing bong. Bing bum. Let me see if I can actually get to do this properly. Basically, every fish has a pattern of swimming and resting, which you're meant to catch it when it's resting, and the line breaks when it's swimming, and each fish has its own unique pattern, but the game doesn't tell you which fish you got, so you have to guess pattern before your line breaks, or the fish swims away. Does it instantly break? That's also an important question. Or do you have like a... Do you have a small amount of time where...
Fishing in Core Keeper is really simple and straightforward.
You can not break
It's also
your line.
to be at a fishing spot in order to catch fish. If you just cast into empty water, all you're gonna catch is junk like kelp and rusty spoons, which aren't worth anything according to...
Ah, the small bar at the bottom is the, like, the health bar of the line. Okay.
Once you've done
You have a limited amount of health for it to...
your bobber starts
Okay, I see.
see the fishing display pop up. This is where things can get frustrating. Here you have three things that you need to focus on: your fishing indicator, your fishing progress, and your tension meter. The rod indicator shows whether you're reeling in a fish or if you're letting the line run. The fishing progress shows how close you are to getting a fish or how close you are to losing that fish rage quitting. The tension meter shows you how close your line is to breaking. And finally, the last thing to note here is that when the fish is red, that means the fish is trying to run. I'll cover more about that in a second. Each fish has a pattern that you have a few chances to try and figure out, but it's crucial to figure out patterns in order to catch harder and better fish. So pay attention to what the fish is doing and for how long it's doing.
Okay, I see. Doesn't instantly play, but the plant comes in, the closer it is to break. Alright. That's... I can see how it can become infuriating. Especially if it's, well, one of those fishes that rests and attacks and rests and pulls and rests and pulls and rests and rests and pulls at very, very seemingly random intervals. Stardew Valley also has some semblance of annoyingness because of a fish's moving pattern. Like, a lot of the fishes have predictable patterns once you experience them enough. Like, eventually you can get really good at it. You just have to... Oh... But you get like a millisecond of seeing, okay, the fish is moving again, I can move my fishing bar in Stardew Valley. Do you get like any... You probably don't get any, heads up on whenever it's actually gonna rest. You have to keep it in you keep memorizing the amount of, like, seconds you have until it starts moving again. The fish patterns can choose between short rest, swim, half a second, normal rest, swim, 1 second, long rest, swim, 1.5 seconds. So it's a timed, yes, sentences. It's on a timer. Uriel. It's an inanimate and it's a scholar. A scholarly book. The fish can do something like long swim, then short rest, then another long swim, for example. Oh! Okay. Okay, the fish patterns are composed between short rest and swim times, normal rest and swim times, or long rest and swim times. Meaning you could have a long period, 1.5 second periods of swimming and only half a second of resting. Okay. In that case, it's just up to... timing. For lack of a better word. Yeah, no, timing. Trying to, like, remember the rhythm of half a second. What the heck is up with an Uriel? Uriel? Are an enemy that preys on those it can intellectually study. At least that's the feeling you project onto it. Uriels have also been spotted in the Siren. Uriels are distinct from Celas and Caribides, as they are not as interested in fish as their organic sisters. Frowning chancellors enjoy the presence of Uriels, telling them theories and ideas despite Uriels being unable or unwilling to respond. They are also based on Venus de Milo, in addition to the Statue of Liberty. Oh. Yeah, I can see that. You don't get any feedback on, I am going to rest now, I am going to start swimming now, and so the amount of, let's call it, damage you take can be kind of unpredictable unless you, like, super duper understand it. I'm got the hiccups. Wow, hold on. and you don't know the fish immediately, does not give you leeway at all. You have to both try to guess the fish between one of the few for the biome, be lenient as to not break the fishing line, but also not be too lenient since if it gets to the end of the bar, it will get away. Shucks, Buster. Also, I got the yawns. My ass, my gross. Apply inanimate to random party member with cursed. None of us are cursed. Why do you keep doing that? There you go, that's your move of... Okay, you actually have 2 moves capable of cursing us. Alright. Shouldn't have used the blue, I should have used the red. Never mind, I am never punished for my mistakes. Painful amount of damage to unit with the most health. The skills apply 3 alacrity to all units. All units, you say? Introduction to the debate. I have killed you now. What do we have to say about that? That's basically all the debate is gonna be about. Fortunately, you're dead. Symbols. That's a giant fucking rock. I am scared. Move right and apply... how big are you? You're 1 space big. Okay. Move right and apply 1 fire to the newly opposing position. Move left and apply 1 fire for each position. Move right and apply this position. Apply 1 fire to all party members standing on fire. Apply 1 constricted to a random party member standing on fire. You suck. What else? Multi-attack, Inferno, Made of Fire. Annoying. Condense. Upon death, fill a pigment bar with a bunch of pigment. Enemy will perform an additional ability each turn. This ability randomly select from the following: Tongues of Fire. Everything in its place too will become fire. Fire, 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 fire. The Astral Jelly Swim Pattern. 1 second rest, 1 second escape. Half a second rest, half a second, 1 second escape. That's just devious. That's just silly and annoying. I'm going to try something silly and not annoying in this case, but still kind of silly. I want to see if I could actually get a gift. Enemy does nothing. Teeter. And topple. This enemy moves to the left or right and deals an agonizing amount of damage. Indirect damage to the newly opposing party member. Scary. It restarts from the top once it finishes its pattern. Well, at the very least, it's sort of predictable, question mark? Ah, why are you teetering now? Oh no, that sucks ass. I don't like it. If you don't know which fish it is, you aren't sure how long the pattern is since somewhat along... Oh, right. This is also... Ah, Jesus. This is also a very bad spot for Wania to be in. The Elder Dragonfish pattern is half a second escape, half a second rest, half a second escape, 1.5 second rest, 1 second escape. That's just annoying. No other way to put it. Fire. Fire. Bunny helmet. A message from the Lord. This one is 5 instead of 4 like the last. I don't remember which fish it was, but one is 8. Fuck, that sucks. Yay! It's not gonna do much for me, but yay! Oh wait, this is actually gonna do something for me. You meant 7, still a large amount, and you found the fish. Nice. Who's the damn son of a bitch? The Riftian lampfish. Ow. Oh my god, it just went rolling off into the distance. Good god. Oh, now I'm scared of that thing. The pattern is half a second escape, half a second rest, 1 second escape, 1.5 seconds rest, half a second escape, 1 second rest, 1 second escape, and back to half a second escape. Oh, that sucks ass. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I also don't like this, because it's a very bad idea and I don't know why I did it. Is there equipment or stuff in general that can alleviate the fucking horrors that is with that thing? Boarkeeper has a heavy emphasis on food buffs, and fish are a big part of it, especially better fish, so before they rework fishing, you basically had to fish if you wanted to have an easy time with the bosses. Ooh, actually, that's bad. Okay, no, it's only 7. That's pathetic of your part. Wait, I am waiting. It says you own Corekeeper. Yeah, you gifted it to me. Still haven't gotten to it, but I do have it. I'm gonna wait another turn, finish healing everyone up. Getting it all together. And I still get healed. And I get to move around, and then I put Noak in front of you, and I kill you because I can. Yay! When the game fully released, they changed fishing, so you can just put the line in the water, wait, and just click when the notifier pops up to catch fish, sort of like Terraria, but you can go into the settings to turn on Legacy Fishing settings. Immediately thought, no, not Terraria. Stardew Valley has a similar thing, and web fishing also had a similar thing. Similar thing. Those games are still alive. Okay, maybe not entirely web fishing. Web fishing has gone sort of dormant after the developer got fucking doxxed by shady people. I hope they're doing fine. I don't think I'm gonna be able to use this thing. This sucks, and I don't care for it. Don't really know about that one, boss. Meh. Frankly. don't know about this one either. Don't... Well, hold on. This one is definitely a yes. David. My name is David. Do I care for accordio? I don't know how much I do. Fans complained so much about the fishing, rightfully so since that was incredibly hard, that they just removed it, and honestly it was a really unique fishing mechanic and would have been really interesting if it was a tiny bit easier. Back to my previous point, an indicator when it's going to change. Or when it's going to start the changing from phase to phase. Coming back to Stardew Valley, the indicator in Stardew Valley is you see that the fish is starting to move. You have to be really fucking quick for it. It is hard, but it's not so much a damned guessing game in the case of Core Keeper, where you are bound to lose some line tension no matter what. Hi ho, hi ho. How you doing? How you doing? Clap, clap. Is that the robot from I Have No Mouth and I May Scream? Probably not. Probably just a guy with a mask? Question mark? Named Accordio. I mean, I guess we think it's Accordio. We're not entirely sure if it is Accordio or it's just some other guy that looks exactly like Accordio. So, anyway. Oh, you were talking about the massive pillar. No. Well, unless... Okay, give me a second. This should not take too long to properly research. Just enjoy the sick tune. March, this behemoth of a structure, is based off of the painting by Zizlo Beksinski. It's the fossilized remnants of entities in the gardens of people who died in purgatory, congealed into a giant tower and bleached by the, quote, sun, unquote. Let me just do this. And boink. Boink. That's the actual image of the portrait itself. Now, if I Have No Mouth and I May Scream was also inspired by said portrait is something I don't know. We'll have to check the sources on that. There was things that made it easier, like food bots doesn't requiring fish in the first place, counterproductive. To make it easier, fishing armor, also requiring fishing to catch them, again, some kind of productive. Different bait or different tackle, which you need to find in the fishing boat. Jesus Christ. And upgrading your fishing rod, which makes lower level fish, each fish has a level, have a harder time breaking your line, but all those things are a bit of a grind. M is one of the M is one of my fave AI villains ever, especially with the game. Yay. Pa 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 pa. Meow 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 meow. Probably should have moved someone out of this central position. I did not. I should have, but I didn't. And he was the main inspiration for Kane from the Digital Circus. Really now? I super do not see it, but I'll take your word for it. I didn't mean to use that one. Oh. Button-up suds. Whoa. Huh, that's not good. Work said the whole show took big inspirations from I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream. Okay, the whole show. That makes some sense. Don't watch it, but I've been spoiling almost every aspect of the series, so I know. If it's on the whole base, is the if the inspiration is on the whole series, I can definitely see it then, or at least start to see it then. Yeah. An AI trapping a handful of people in a domain of their own making, unable to escape, die, or truly be happy. Cool stuff. Kane did not trap them, as far as we know. The rest is true, though. Do that a bit more. Do this. Since you have a lot of weak. Wow. 24 damage, baby. That's what it's all about the... I should keep applying weakness, shouldn't I? Love how frustrating Kane is. He's so human but never quite there, and that produces most of the show's conflict. He's frustrating to watch in the best way. Woo. Does not realize that what step in the year was meant to reference. That is clever. What was it meant to references? Tell me. I wish to know. Because I don't normally know a lot of stuff with. Thank God how he cut his ear off. Really? I didn't peg it as referencing that. I saw it more like a very overtly violent action. An overtly violent action. Owie, owie, owie. You assume that since the game is fairy paintings related. Mostly to Hieronymus Bosch, frankly. Not to every known artist. Just... Wow, that's a lot of weakness. This could just be a joke about characters hating the in-game music and then stabbing their ears to stop it. That one rings closer to the truth. That particular attack animation is more predominantly performed by Cleaver, who cleaves anything that produces noise. So that would definitely track. Oh, okay, this is getting this risky and dicey and scary. Sure, we aren't fully sure, but he is putting them on adventures, oftentimes ones someone don't like, preventing from showing full autonomy like cursing, and they watch as people they grow close to die or be killed. In the case of NPCs, it is definitely torturous. And they have no mouths for which to properly complain about it. 6 weakness. You deal 12 damage plus 2 for each weakness. That is 2 plus 6. 2 times 6, which is 12, so that would be 22 damage. Winia has 1 health. Winia has 1 at 1 health. I am good at video games. Yay! Doma, 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 doma. $10. Yay! Wait, huh? Oh, I guess not everybody has March unlocks from Safan Fields, Fancy, Them Seals. Yeah, no, some of them doesn't even have a wiki page. Boy, this wiki page needs a lot of work. Krillpack. Rounds Revelry. Undivine Comedy, Kyle. April's most likely. Round Revelry, Krillpack, Fishy's Fools. Lisa, Svaggies, Ember Coral, Michael. Yeah, why did I think they had March Onlux when they actually don't? That was probably a miscategorization on my part. They do have the Onlux, right? Right? Two Specimen, Unlucky Guys, Ember Corals, Minermans, Astvagis, Lisa, Desna Julius, Fishy's Fools, Sardine Pack, Rail Pack, Marmos Fools, Sasha, Nosy, Dead by Dwightley, Rounds Revelry. There we are, Sophantials. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, I guess only the first 4 have unlocks. I mean, I guess I could, like, check it out on Ill Spy, but that's for later. Also, them going insane will happen regardless of what he does. Sure, he is not helping exactly, but he can't make them not go insane. It's... something, the latest episode. I need to rewatch that latest episode to, like... because I know there's something about that last statement. Right, my fucking Excel sheet. Don't know why I wrote that they do not. And, this'll take a bit. Give me a sec. Give me 12. Give me a couple more. Uh-huh. I'm just creating a fucking thing on the fly. Ah, damn it, I put it in the wrong position. My god, what the fuck am I doing wrong here? And this lovely lady's name was... Hickory. Okie dokie. for some reason Excel is doing a graphical glitch and that's pissing me off. Whatever. He can make them go insane with modifiers, yes, but it only has do not abstract button. A 47 defense, the Eye of Cthulhu still does 40 damage to me and then summons to 20 on legendary mode. Wow! Do they just pierce? Defense? What the fuck is up with that? Hickory is cute in the roadkill sort of way. I do not understand the roadkill side of cute. You speak of Woof. I have yet to do much of jack fucking shit with with Minerman Smiths mix. They only have unlocks for the base game bosses. I should try one of those then. Have I played Look Outside? No, unfortunately. I want to, but I have not. Change your opposing enemy self-color to yellow. One oil slick and deals 6 damage to them. 2 penguin apply shields and equal amount consumed. 10% chance to refresh this party member. 3 damage and heal the far left, right, and far right allies' health. You have a leaky of 1. This is basically your only moveset. I do want to, but again, billion games to play, etc., etc. Money, etc., etc. Is there a mod that makes more bosses as characters? Pepsi looks like an Among Us creepypasta. I can see that. Although it's not like an actual backpack, it's just more body fat. You have 100k points. You're rich. In a land where commerce is almost non-existent. Osman is a playable character. Holly, represented in heaven, is a playable character. There's nothing about the doula, there's nothing about March, not that I can remember. There is an alternative party member that's based on the upside down hanging skeleton present in the March fight. Oh, it's a bit of an odd thing. Suicidal Nazi would go hard, he just kills himself at the start of every turn. We do have a Nazi that is a pathetic whelp of a man that is constantly berating others, just in constant pain. 1. In constant pain. 2. Trying to garner sympathy to then drag them all down. 3. Nobody should ever actually give him sympathy because 4. Still a Nazi. And on the B side, we do have a borderline fucking suicidal party member in the shape of Esther, who also gets resurrected at the end of the fight, so, you know, her blowing herself up is, again, an intended mechanic. Who else? Mobius, I don't think we have. We had someone that could have some semblance to heart. Not a lot, though. Tracarian, nothing, really. Ouroboros, aside from the item, not much. Oh, Mimkin. Mimkin is kind of... Mimkin is kind of like, what's it called? What's the Orpheum boss that creates clay statues? That one, I can't remember the name of. What mod is Mimking even from? Terabaz's Fools, right. I've not played with that one in a fucking age and a half. Smooth Skin, yeah. Favorite bus, favorite bus. Has a small chance to kill themselves at the start of each round, but while they are alive, they deal a large amount of damage. Not too far off from Esther. The 8 damage as a starter is insanely good. 1/6 of a chance to die is also a real chance. Instantly kill this party member, revive the most recently killed party member other than this one, if possible, at 5 health. So not bad. Makes him useful. I want him to be useless. Russian roulette skill. There was, in fact, a different fool with Russian roulette like. Muskin fave Brutal Orchestra boss, mostly because he's the easiest to boss. Wrong. Charkarian. Don't bring more than 3 people though. Still, Charkarian. Charkarion. What was that other fella's name? It was... he was from Freaky Fools, right? I think so. Fresh Freaky Fools. Let me see. Ronaldo. Here we go. Master Russian roulette. Die through causes that ironically are not gun-related. Deal a large amount of damage and indirect damage to self. 9 damage to the opposing enemy. 1 1/3 chance to deal a lot of damage to self. And apply a nice amount of frail to the opposing enemy with a 50% chance to apply frail to self as well. Yeah, that's definitely another, or a more thematically appropriate. Russian roulette. There we go, I was missing the word. I like them because they're a depressed lad, and I like their fight. Also, I made a meme about them like 2 years ago. I think I remember you doing so, I don't fully remember the content of it. I do like their story as well, though. There's the fucking depressed lad that suffered from trauma caused by the negligence of their parents. I want the lore update to drop already. I want the lore update to learn more about our fellow comrades in action and also the bosses, because Jesus Christ, they also have interesting lore. I don't know who or what the fuck to bring into the next one. No, wait, I remember I was talking about Minnerman's Misfit Mix. Party member is cursed at the start of their turn. This party member is cursed at the start of their turn. The only way to... get healed is by using this move then. Redirect damage to all cursed enemies, cleanse curse from all party members and enemies, heal all party members for the amount cleansed. Uh-huh. Slade is supposed to have unlocks. How the hell did I not? Oh, also this guy. But also, if we are going with, what's your name again? Carl. Carl. And, you know, also Slate. Like, why the fuck not? Question is, who do we set up in first base? Literally anybody that can replace Noak, I'm guessing. And replacing Noak we shall. With A, also known as Alpha. I had to check that I still were on my phone after the accidental image purge. The terrible image purge. Kelly. $10. $8. That's a siren of some sorts. Oh yeah, surf's ups, motherfuckers. Oh, it's 3 damage. 3 damage 3 times, okay. Wow, you have a massive amount of health. Upon taking damage, even if it was negated, deal 6 damage and apply Vengeance Mark to the opposing enemy and change their health color to this character's health color. The way people talk about having a 2-week Minecraft phase, I instead have with Core Keeper thinking about it. Also Retopia, but that's more to keep my sanity. Like a palate cleanser. Otherwise, the insanity kicks in. That's what that sounds like. Kill all party members by amount. Okay. It's not like spread out, it's straight up. Remove 3 points of curse. Heal 3 points of curse to every party member. Cool. If I try it any more than 2 weeks, I might break something when it comes to Retopia. Define breaking. Like, what could you possibly break? Meow, meow, meow. 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 Okay, hold on, meow. And meow. Well, I don't know if you have it over here, but we have a drywall, so there's that. Ah. I hear that's a very good snack. Fella's full of trauma. It's a big fella, full of trauma. You would. I would. I think I would. Places, or that, or... I think I'm just gonna do... this. I wouldn't say it's flimsy, but it's not as sturdy as other walls in other places. It's not as sturdy, meaning it could very, very easily be punched off. That's not actually a sentence whatsoever, wow. Right, it's vengeful, the thing that causes you to change the enemy's health. And since you have an outstanding amount of health yourself, you are meant to take the hits. Penance, powerful rupture inflicting ability that will sometimes backfire. In what way does it backfire again? 1% chance to inflict on each party member as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, please welcome to the stand, Wimdle. To the stand? No, not to the stand. Please welcome Wimdle. To the party in general, I suppose. Wow, that is already a whole lot of curse. And now you're dead. For the crime of being stupid and ugly, and because I hate you. Nice. You have sense of... Wow, that's a lot. Guy punches hole through wall of home asking for tool. I think I did see that one.
Hey, Heather.
Yeah,
Can you give me a screwdriver, please?
yeah.
That's the wrong one.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, definitely did see that one.
Hi there, I'm Nils with Learn to DIY.
Meow, meow, meow.
Up from there, you got anything between that size and maybe
Rah, rah,
this
rah.
size, 4 or 5 inches or so. And then from there, you've got something that's big enough that it's in between your studs, or maybe it's even over a stud, but it needs some support.
Fist-sized hole repair. The fact that there's
Maybe, 7, 8
that,
inches, 9 inches in that range.
a section
And then lastly,
specifically
you've got
saying
damage.
fist-sized
What we do
holes
over here.
already gives me enough context. Well, hello to you too, Operetta. And hello, Leviat. And hello, Jacques. I am not gonna take you. Mint just watched the first 20 seconds. Ah, okay.
Hi there, I'm Nils with Learn to DIY, and sometimes bad stuff happens to your drywall.
Ah. 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 I see.
Today, we're going to cover all of these types of damage, and we're going to show you how to fix each one of them. Now, just about every hole that you'll find in drywall,
You can accidentally just bump into it, or carrying a heavy thing bump into it. Okay, yeah. It's really, really, really not something meant to be used as supporting wall. If your supporting walls and structures are made out of drywall, that is not actually a supporting structure. That's just an accident waiting to happen. I like the little boy gets spoiled. There's a lot of cute ones. They're really nice. There's a whole bunch that are just straight up reinterpretations of a character's design that look cool as hell. Special mention to Phoenix one. Not bump into it, but if you play around too much, you can fairly easily break it. Accidentally, I'm more like accidentally bump something with a hard, sharp edge. like a crate. Plastic or metal crate, you tonk. And now you have an indent. Or a small hole. Like play football indoors. Any mother worth of salt would just immediately yell at you if you even started playing football indoors. She would also yell doubly so if you somehow managed to even leave a stain on it. He looks like a demonic pickle. Yay! He looks like a demonic blue pickle. Yay! Mama, 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 mama. Yay! Sorry, the way I am, it's really... I really want to make them fit perfectly. Ah, that's as perfect as it's gonna get. The stuff is just meant to be cheap wall material that doesn't as easily mold and stuff, and can be easily removed and repaired since we got a lot of land, but not the most houses. Build the important shit out of bricks and stuff, make the other walls, add a drywall. Or indirect damage to the opposing enemy twice and inflict 2 ruptured. Then move them to the left or right. Inflict scars equal to 25% of haste to the opposing enemy, and apply shield to the left and right equal to ruptured on enemy, plus 3, and gain 2 haste. Upon dealing or receiving damage, gain 1 haste. I should really try and properly learn how you work. This is a very purple-centered party. Wouldn't stop behind the drywall, so it's not just it. Okay. Good to know. At the very least, there is something like that. Not bringing in Wimdall. I don't... Well... Are you guys pure? You are in fact pure, so there's no much... Ah, you are a motherfucker. Okay, in that case, Wimdall is not coming in. It's like something getting painted over. With drywall, if that makes sense. I'd say it's like a Gamson over chainmail. Ah! It does something. Not as much as something big, but something. Okay, cool. Papus wood. Dealing damage inflict 2 rupture to the opposing enemy. Consume 1 yellow pigment from the that says remove all status effects from its party member. Meow meow meow. Ah. Dried clay, my beloved. The substance. Have you dreamt up a better version of yourself? Party member now has enfeebled as a passive and is 1 level lower than the otherwise would. Spawn a higher level clone of this party member on combat start. I'm guessing it's not. No, it's definitely not a permanent party member. It's just a second one. Wow. This could very easily snowball with Slate. This is also very nice. It can help with what's her name again? Abrita's whole deal. If I heal to the opposing enemy and apply shield to the left and right equal to the rupture on an enemy. +3, then gain haste. Thank you, Bronzo. Oh, send me anywhere. Don't really mind. Okay, there's the small and then there's the big version. Whatever the fucking implications of that are is uncertain. Start a combat and the end of the timeline, this enemy will remember the position of the party member with the highest current health. On taking 10 or more damage, attempt to summon a Sand Sifter with 8 health and Withering as passive. Produce a pigment and yada yada. The agonizing amount of damage to this enemy's targeted position. Move as far left and yada yada. Wow, pretty. Wow. I wonder how much a Gambison costs. $17 billion. $7. Dollar. $3. $3. $2. Hey, hey. I am so very tired. I punched the shit out of that robot. Oh, brother, I am definitely falling asleep. It has in fact been 3.5 hours. Oh, woof. I'm gonna get me some more, whole pork tenderloin sandwiches. Cause we still got the meat and still got the buns. We're gonna get the fucking sandwich. Thank you for watching and listening and talking. It is very much appreciated. I am very fast falling asleep. Wow, if I don't just fucking cut the broadcast now, I'm just gonna fall asleep in this chair. And I don't think anyone of us wants that to happen. So thank you very much. Good night. And goodbye. Meow meow.